Poetry is one of those ancient writing forms that has been keep on evolving over years. And poets from all over the world has come up with various different ways to make a great poem. Now, it's really hard to define something as big as poetry, but perhaps we can kind of take on this simpler definition, which is just that a piece of writing that arranges language, arranges words in a way that's beautiful. And of course, there are many ways to define what is beautiful too. And poets from all over the world throughout history have found ways that they like and they like to do over and over, such as writing a haiku or writing a sonnet, which is a poem with 14 lines, or a couplet, which is what we're going to talk about right now. A couplet, again, simply put, is a form of poem that uses 2 lines of verse that rhyme. You can find a lot of very interesting examples of couplets from famous poets such as Shakespeare. He likes to use a lot of couplets, especially in some of his earlier plays. You can find a lot in children's writing, such as Shel Silverstein. You're going to find some very funny couplets in those books. And also, another great American poet named Robert Frost likes to use couplets a lot. He's just a great master of using conventional forms. In fact, right here I have a poem that I couldn't think of the last part of the lines just now, but I think now I remember it. This is from one of his most well-known poems called Stopping by Woods in Snowy Evening. And the opening lines sound like this. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village though. It sounds as if he's just talking, like chatting with everybody. But this is actually a very good example of a couplet, where those 2 lines are written back to back, and they both end with the same rhyme, no and though. After opening with those iconic lines, keep on going to talk about life in general, kind of a little meditation on life, stemming from the situation where they're stopping by the snowy woods. And his little horse thing, it's kind of queer, kind of strange that they're stopping by here without a farmhouse near. But the poet goes on to say, we really cannot take a rest because he has some promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. And that's how the poem ends. What is that promise? Where is he going? The poet doesn't talk about any of that, but that's the power of poetry, where through suggestion and through this carefully crafted language, you think that there is something more in there. If you like couplets, try to write a few. They are easier to write, perhaps on the spectrum of poetry. You just came up with 2 lines that rhyme. And if you like them really, really well, you can also try to seek them out and read a few and try to appreciate what's behind the words of poems.